Hi, I'm Jessica Mashburn with OK Lady Canine Training. This is question number 2 in my Q&A series that I'm trying to find time to do every week. If you have a question about training or about any specific situation that you're dealing with your dog, please feel free to leave your question in a comment below, and I will get to it in a later week. If you have another question about the topic I'm talking about today, something that I can expound upon, go ahead and leave that in the comment too, and I'll be happy to just answer it down there in the comments as soon as I can get to it. Also, this is video number 2, so if you want to catch the first one or if you want to rewatch this one later, you can find them either on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, and I'm even going to start putting them on my website under the free how-to videos. So, question number 2 today is from Jessica. She actually sent me 2 questions. I'm going to answer the first one today, and I'll answer the next one in a later week. And her question is, she's asking me if I have any tips on stopping your dog from whining and barking in the kennel. So, yes, I do. One of the best ways to stop your dog from barking or whining in the kennel is with a nifty little tool called the bonker. So this bonker actually works probably 80 to 90% of the time better than any other tool that I have used when it comes to barking and whining in the kennel. Now, all the bonker is, I don't know if you can see this, it's a towel that I've rolled up, and I have put rubber bands on either end to hold it together. Now, when the dog starts whining, or when the dog starts barking, all I do is I throw this towel, like I mean it, in the direction of the dog's head. And what it's going to do, it doesn't hit the dog, doesn't hurt the dog, it will hit the bars of the crate, and it'll make a loud sound. And what it does is it startles it a little bit, yes. But what it does is your dog, when it is whining and when it is barking, it's actually in a bad space mentally. It's either really excited or it's really nervous, maybe anxious for some reason. So there's an escalation happening in its mind mentally. And by startling your dog, you're kind of saying, snap out of it. Get out of that headspace. And the dog stops whining, and then you can correct it and put it into the down command. So the reason why I say put it into the down command is because, like I said, your dog is probably in a bad headspace. And usually, mentally, if your dog's in a bad space, then physically it's also going to be in a bad space. So what do I mean by this? Your dog is probably, when it's whining and barking, either standing up, pacing, or turning circles in the crate. That's how you know where its mind is, because physically your dog is showing you. So in order to calm its mind, you have to calm its body. So you want your dog to stay in the down position whenever you have them in the crate. Now, if the dog needs to get up and turn a circle to get more comfortable, okay, that's fine. That's no big deal. The whole point is to keep your dog mentally in a calm state of mind. So this is one way, the bonker, of getting your dog's attention and putting them in the right state of mind and to stop the whining and the barking. You need to probably be watching your dog and correcting them before it actually gets to the point of barking, if you can. So if you notice that your dog is in the crate and starts to just stand up for no reason, it's not trying to get comfortable, it's standing and it's looking out and maybe it's panting, go ahead and correct it. Tell it to lie down. If it doesn't hear you, then you need to go ahead and use the bonker. If, of course, if your dog's starting to pace already, then you're probably already going to have to use bonker because it's already moved from just standing to pacing. And it's going to be barking soon. So yeah, the bonker, having it lie down. Okay, so there's a couple more ways. You can also use an e-collar. If you're at home and you notice that the dog starts whining, set it at a higher setting and give it one of the quick, momentary stimulations from the e-collar. Just a really fast boop. And usually that will get your dog's attention. Oh yeah, I need to be in the right frame of mind. Then you can tell it to lie down. Now you can have a conversation with your dog. That's option number 2. And I would, like I said, again, use that for whining. If you can prevent your dog from escalating to the point of barking, then that's great. Now, there's times when your dog may be whining and barking in the crate when you're not home. For those moments, I do recommend getting a bark collar. The bark collar that I recommend is the Garmon bark limiter. And with this bark collar, I believe it has a setting that it will actually give your dog a lower stimulation when your dog barks, and then if your dog barks again, it goes up a level, and if your dog barks again, it goes up a level until it gets up to the highest level. I do not recommend that setting. What I recommend is that you put it at a higher setting to stop the barking instead of chasing the escalation. So when you're gone, set it at a higher level, and every time your dog barks, it's going to get a quick stimulation, and your dog may test it 2 or 3 times, but as long as that collar is consistent, and it will be, as long as that collar is consistent, it's going to stop your dog from barking because he's going to realize, oh yeah, every time I bark, I'm going to get this stimulation, this zap. So the key to all of this is being consistent. It's probably only going to take 2 or 3 times, if it's done right and consistently, to stop the whining and barking pretty much forever. So that's it. If you guys have any other questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. If there's anything I need to expound upon that didn't make sense, I'll try to help it make more sense. Just let me know. I'm Jessica Mashburn, the lady in OK Lady Canine Training.